What's your favorite color combo? In this set, I've had the most consistent success with Quandrix and Prismari. But Prismari's a bit hit or miss, right? Like I get a lot of 0 Prismaris if I don't have like the heated debates. I feel like I'll have like a strong Prismari deck with all of the goodies, but if I don't have the bounce and removal, then it just fizzles out. It can't survive to get the engine going. Witherbloom Dragon. It's a bummer because all of the best cards in this pack are black-white. This would be a hell of a sealed pool pack. Oh my goodness. The black is just so good, right? You've got Witherbloom Drake, Eliminate, Umbrejuke, Silverquill Apprentice. First, like you've got the curve, you've got the lesson, you've got everything. Holy smokes. This is, I think, right in the middle of the pack of the Elder Dragons. I think the Quandrix one is a bit hit or miss. I've had him once or twice, but you don't have the deck for it. It's no good. You need to have fractals and stuff. I think the Silverquill one we just played is a bit awkward. And this guy's good, but he's a 4 toughness minion, so heated debates kill it. It dies pretty easy, and it doesn't leave any sort of lasting effect on the board. Okay, so I think Elemental Sciences is the correct choice. However, I think I want to be greedy and take the Blood Researcher because I've never really gotten a good Witherbloom deck. So I kind of want to like overcommit and just go Blood Researcher and just try to get there. Because I've played against decks that have like 3 Blood Researchers and it's a freaking beating. And I feel like the only way you're gonna do that is if like sometimes you play bad and commit. Does that make sense? I want this deck. I want this deck a lot. Eye Twitch is really good. Deadly Brute might wheel. Pest Summoning could wheel. Leech Fanatic probably wheels. So pretty happy with this as well. You know, I'm not... Blood Researcher number 2? What was I saying? Let's go! Culling Research is a good sideboard card. Or Culling Ritual, I'm sorry. But I don't personally like it unless I just have room. I don't have too many playables. I'm okay with it. The Brackish Trudge is also a really good card in this spot here, but I'm going to take the Blood Researcher. And now we just pray for an 0-4 wall. Or a few of these Leech Fanatics. Those are pretty good. I'm like super committed. I'm in. So we have a first Crocodile. We have a first Woe Eater. The Woe Eater is really good if you get enough pests. I typically don't find enough. And then the Mage Duel. The Crocodile, I think, isn't too hard to find. I like that it's a reoccurring life gain trigger potential for our double Blood Researcher, but I don't think I'm going to take it over removal. Also, a Spectre offends. Crocodile and Spectre both kind of come... Hallelujah! Hallelujah! We did it! 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 I'm so excited! Oh my gosh! This is going to be the best Witherbloom deck I've ever had. I've had some good ones, but none that really had all of the pieces, and I'm gonna have them. Dag nabbit, it's gonna happen. Crocodile or Lash. I feel a little less desperate for Crocodile because of, you know, we have the Leech Fanatic and the Arch, which are 2 potentially reoccurring life gain triggers. So we're going to take the Lash. I think I would be greedy if I didn't have the Arch and take the Crocodile. Because we also have Mage Duel, and black has a fair amount of removal in it as well, so you can typically be a little greedy. It's a late Spectacle Mage, a late Frost Trickster. Blue feels open here. Arrogant Poet is really nice in this particular deck because you tend to have a lot of extra life to use, so that's really cool. Pest Summoning wheeling is pretty impressive. Biomathematician wheeling is a bit of a signal as well. Blue is way open. I think a Quandrix deck in this pool would be very good as well. Leyline Invocation is pretty good. On the top end, we probably won't want to run it unless we get a couple of field trips or something. Because we do already have 1 7-drop, so if we see no other large creatures, the Leyline will probably get played, but Run through is not bad if you end up with some big stuff. Charge through, sorry. Look, we're so open. I'm gonna take the first crocodile. I'm not super impressed with the Woe Eater. It's fine. I feel like I should probably take it higher, but I don't tend to end up with enough pests, and that makes me pretty sad. Professor of Zoomancy here is pretty good for us. We don't have a ton of 4-drops. It's a pest, it gains life, it does triggers. It's a great curve topper, like, for the initial part of the game there. If you go, like, 2-drop, Blood Researcher, Professor of Zoomancy, you're feeling pretty strong. Dramatic Finale feels a lot better than I think it actually is. Even when I'm just straight Silverquill, you've got to kind of already be ahead for it to really do its job. So anyway, I don't think, I'm really hesitant to run 4 black spells. I'm just gonna take a second Mage Duel here. I'm really happy to have Mage Duels. Kind of a bad pack overall for us. Not much going on here, except for another Mage Duel, which I'm actually happy to have. So Diana is going to be good for us, right? And we do need some curve fill-in. Right now we have 2 2-drops. She works pretty well in the rest of the deck. A second Professor, Quandrix Pledge Mage is really good. Quandrix Pledge Mage is probably just better than the Diana. But she does put a nice clock on them with, like, Arch, which is really nice. If I didn't have an Arch, I'd probably just take the Pledge Mage. But she's a 1/3, she stops aggressive decks. We have 3 Mage Duels already. Do we want another? I don't honestly know. Boots are super nice. Crocodile probably wheels. Boots are really nice because it lets you redraw all your lands in the, like, mid to late game. And sometimes boots can just kill people because it just sends a Professor of Zoomancy in the air. We haven't seen any black removal, so I think that the Mage Duel might just be our only removal, which makes me pretty happy to take it. Just as I say that, we see a Lash, a Mage Hunter, and a Hunt for Specimen. Do we want a first Mage Hunter's Onslaught over a Hunt for Specimens when we have 4 Mage Duels? That's actually a tad bit tough. When in doubt, take the removal. Oh my god, we're so open! Can I just take this pack and then not take any more out of any of the other packs? I want the Master, I want the Blood Researcher, I want the rare. I was killing people with this, but I just want this deck. I'm just taking this. I'm just taking this. Oh, come on, we're doing it. Harness is nutty. It's really good late and it's really bad early, so it just kind of depends. But I just want to cut all of my 3-drops now. Ooh, hello. I want the consistency that the other cards are going to offer me. Access Tunnel's cute. I'm just going to rare... Well, we're on the free-to-play account. I'll take the Access Tunnel. No, I don't rare draft on the free-to-play account. I will if there's literally nothing else. But I'm a lot less, like... Most likely nothing gets ran, so then I don't do it. Snakeskin Veil. I'll take a first field trip over a Snakeskin Veil. It's close. I love a Snakeskin Veil, especially with big, fat fatties. And, you know, triple Blood Researcher. I want a few more life gain triggers. We have Crocodile, we have Witherbloom Pledge Mage, we have a Leech Fanatic, we've got some pests, but I really want a ramp. I really want to get the pests out. Environmental science is cool. This 3-drop, it offers a fair amount of value for a 3-drop. We have a lot of 3-drops. Actually, we only have... I could probably get rid of the spring main. Yeah, so we're only 2 colors, so the environmental science is a little less good. It's still always very good, but the other thing is we don't have too many learn and lessons. So we'll have to choose between... Well, this is some good stuff. So let's get rid of the ley line of invocation and play a bookworm. Probably wheel the infuse with vitality and the crocodile. We could take the rise as well, but I think I'll just take this. We have enough fight spells. I wish we had the uncommon fight spells so that way we gain 2 life to... I always think that this is a flunk and I get really excited, but it never is. 4-drop slot. What do you look like? I'm gonna take this. Infuse with vitality first. Over a second deadly brew? I think the answer is yes. I would like a campus too, but this gains life, which is really nice for us. Yes! Arch number 2! Triple blood researcher, double arch. We got there, team. I am ready to mulligan and screw into oblivion, but we got there. All of my Witherbloom decks have been like, even though they feel okay, they don't have enough of the synergy pieces to really get there, and this one does. It even has the gosh dang Lord dude, and I love it. Okay, what does this thing do? I don't really like this very much, do I? Choose target creature, die, search your library. Yeah. What do I look like over here? How many Professor of Zoomancies is too many Professor of Zoomancies? Doesn't really matter because there's nothing else in the pack for us. We're definitely not taking another Silver Pine. We don't care about rare drafting very much. Nothing here, so we will rare draft. I'm so excited. I'm gonna kill people. Cha-cha-cha. Ooh, the Snakeskin Veil wield? Oh. Yes. Take the uncommon. We're not gonna have room for the big play. I'm not running any of these, but these are all good cards. Like, we can't fit any more. I mean, I might run... I'll probably run this, actually. I might run this too, just because we have this. And if we curve out really nicely, we're definitely getting rid of the Arrogant Poet. We have a lot of stuff to get rid of, team. Our deck is super cool. Pretty excited. All right, let's talk about cuts, guys. 7 and 8 drop looks good. 6 drop looks good. This might be a bit clunky. We need to decide what we want to keep there. We're gonna remove Charge Through. At least 1 Professor's Warning. Probably 2. This deck is disgusting. It's pretty good. Now that we have... Normally I like Colony a lot more than Leech Fanatic, but I want to go Leech Fanatic into, or Arch into the 3 Blood Researchers. So probably getting rid of a Colony. I think Deadly Brew is possibly on the chopping block. This is definitely on the chopping block. What do you guys like more, the Crocodile or the Professor of Zoomancy? It's probably like one of each. The only lessons we have right now are Pest Summonings. We have 2. This is a reoccurring trigger for the Blood Researchers, so we like that. Deadly Brew, get rid of. Professor's Warning, get rid of. I think that's good. These all seem good. Callous Blood Mage, Field Trip. So we still need 2 cuts. I think Callous Blood Mage, probably 1 Leech Fanatic. Would 2 mana be worth cutting? Definitely not. With how expensive our deck is and how important it is that we hit 4, we're definitely a 17 land deck. Infused Vitality is a little bit of a nomba with the Blood Researchers, but we could potentially get rid of... So we have the Arches, which can search for the lessons as well. So we have more learns than we do lessons. So Eye Twitch is good, but we don't really have the, like, stuff for it. And we really want Arch because it triggers the Blood Researchers, right? So maybe it's like Field Trip I like for the ramp aspect of it because we have Bookworm and Big Dragon. So I think like Eye Twitch, it's weird, but I think Eye Twitch is actually a lot weaker in this deck than it typically is. Just because we have 4 learns, but only 2 lessons. So these look like the options for me. It's weird, I usually can't get enough Eye Twitches, but we really just didn't get enough lessons to warrant it. So maybe it's, we have enough in our 3-drop slot here. So maybe it's like Callous Blood Mage and an Eye Twitch. Puts us at 14 creatures, but we get a couple extra with the Professors, the Infused Vitality, the other cards in the yard as well. I think the 3 Blood Researchers, the Field Trips, Mage Duels, I think these are enough in the 3-drop slot to where I think I'd rather keep the Leech Fanatic for the chance of like being on the play, going Leech Fanatic into Blood Researcher. It's pretty good. So I think I'd rather get rid of that 3-drop. It creates a pest, but I think this will be better for us curve-wise. This deck feels great. Our mana base isn't too greedy, we're not splashing, so I think an Access Tunnel is fine. It gets in Crocodile, gets in a Leech Fanatic to trigger our Blood Researchers. Could be very, very good. All right. Let's give it a try, guys. I love this deck, but it is definitely, you know, maximum heartbreak. We ended up being incredibly open. There was a couple of slots where we're like, in the beginning, we took a Professor over a land, and I kind of regret it. Because then we ended up getting Professors we cut, and I wish I had a, you know, a Scry land. It's a lot of damage. Hopefully they don't play a 2-drop. Should we attack first and see if they have a like a shock or... No, they can't really. They could have a shock or a bolt, but I'm just gonna do it. Because I want to hit for more if we can. We gain 6 life this turn. And then we still have removal Professor. We have a nice curve. That card is pretty annoying. I could just kill it. But I think I'll just do this. Into Professor feels good. I'm okay to trade the Professor with the 4/4. If not, I'm okay to race it. Because we'll gain life. We have this if they try to attack back. We're okay. We'll remove it next turn. Okay. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't put it onto the Vigilance flyer, but I assume they just want to have a blocker for the Witherbloom Pledge Mage. We gain 3 life back here, so this is fine. We have 7 land in play. So if we draw Dragon, we're good. We're 1 land short of Bookworm. This deck does feel great. Alright, so we have enough mana to cast the Mage Duel on the Professor of Zoomancy, and I want to do that just in case, because if they've got a bolt or something in response, then we feel pretty bad. A Day of Judgment here or something would actually really suck. But this looks pretty cleaned up to me. All right, let's do it, guys. So we're gonna go Leech Fanatic first into the Diana, hopefully hitting for 3. If they don't... Oh god, why are we on the draw again? Come on, we're supposed to be on the play. Also, if we draw a Blood Researcher, it's better. If they play like a 2-1 or something, maybe. This is better. No stick there, so that feels pretty good. No shocks, no bolts, no neg 4 negos. They did Tron us with no fixing. That bird is annoying. So the bird doesn't work. Oh, it does work this next turn. Huh. They could cast a 5-mana spell next turn. But if they don't, we could just double fight next turn, which I like. And if they want to trade the Leech Fanatic, I'm happy to do that. If they cast a 5-mana burn spell, it's not great, but it's fine. This is a fine trade, yeah. I'm happy to keep the fight spells here. Which deck list am I on? This is a draft. So this sets up really, really nicely. The Infuse with Vitality on the Professor of Zoomancy is a pretty solid combo there. You get extra pests, more triggers for the Diana. Also, we can now go Mage Duel into Mage Duel, which is pretty impressive as well. Make sure this taps right. And then I'm definitely going to play my Swamp, hold open the Infuse with Vitality. And then they scoop them up. 3 Blood Researchers in our deck. We haven't seen one yet. But I still have faith that we will. Are we on the draw a 3rd time? Oh, maybe not. We might be on the play here. Yay! Alright guys, we're gonna do stuff. We had 2 draws to draw 3 blood researchers. Come on, show it to me. Come on, come on. Let's go. Woohoo! I'm just gonna do this now. Consistency, baby, consistency. We can fight and do a bunch of stuff. We can fight, gain life. Oh my god, this thing's gonna be so huge. It's gonna be like a bajillion next turn. They better have bounce spells. Even a mage duel themselves would not work. It's a 6/6. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Another arch would have been pretty good. So we only kill 2 things? Oh. Oh. Oh! Alright, I guess I'll kill 2 things with this researcher. That's okay. Better than a bounce spell, and then the dragon or the alligator tramples too, so. And then this is gonna drain every time the arch does stuff. Oh my gosh, and the croc. Oh my gosh, and the croc's unblockable. We got it all. They're stuck on 3, but we're stuck on 4, so it's not like total blowout. Our deck is just nuts. Sure. I think like a Frost Trickster or a Bounce Spell is like their best option. They're just gonna die to the Diana. Love to see it, love to see it. So if I make the croc unblockable, they take 4, 5, 6. Or I could trade the croc for both of these and we also win and play the professor. That feels better. Or they just take it. Double Arch Diana, so good! Cycle away, baby. Cheap cycle. They were stuck on 3, so we can't, like, get too excited about it, but I think these might be the fastest 3 games I've had in this set. I mean, I'm fully prepared to screw from here on out. I would trade some of the mage duels for the 2-mana fight spells, because those gain life, the uncommon ones. But, like, That's pretty minimal, all things considered. I'm just gonna lash this down now. I don't want +2/+2, +1/+1, hexproof. They have the 3/1 spell. I could mage duel at this turn as well, but this is fine. We do need to find a little something bigger. Even just a little bigger. 2 power would be enough to kill most of the things in this deck. That's kind of funny. Okay, now I feel a little bad that we did this. Okay, that's kind of neat. Oh, they're getting the creature back and not the fight spell. Interesting. I guess we can't really do anything about this, so let's just go here. We're 2 mana short of Bookworm. Bookworm should just end the game. We just need something. Anything that's a decent size so we can mage duel. Like I said, two power, because mage duel gives some booty, so... That'll do. So now we can trade the 2 pests if we want to, and then we can mage duel most of their board next turn. Hopefully they don't kill the professor. That's unfortunate. I could chump and bounce. Or we could kill this and take 4. But then I feel like we're kind of in the same situation. I just need a spell or 3-drop, or it's tough. Uh-oh, a stick. Trample's bad. So I take an extra 4 damage this way, but I get the pest summoning. Because they're going to trample over anyway. That's bad. Oh, come on. I could kill the big one. Or we could kill the flyer we can't deal with. And hope to draw a land next turn. a land or another. We have 4 mana now, so we could play a 4-drop creature. So if we have another, like the alligator or another professor, we're okay. We can fight that. So I think the only way we can win is if we go here, because this mage duel doesn't fight either of those. So we need a land or a 4-drop. Land or 4-drop. Land or 4-drop. That is neither. Okay. So we're still okay. We can take 4 here. Ooh, that's close. Jeez, that's close. Bookworm gains 3 life. Yikes. So we might actually be dead even if we can Bookworm. Eek. Even that's lethal. So we have 2 blockers and we can gain a life and we can fight. So this can at least fight this. We can bounce, chump, gain a life to mitigate this, unless they just use it to get back the trample spell. That would kill us. Or that. Nice top deck. So we drew like no creatures and 3 fight spells. That's really where our deck is going to falter. That's okay, guys. We're still in it. We're still in it. Yeah, we drew 2 arches and 3 fights. Drat. We go first. We've seen 1 blood researcher in 5 games. That's kind of sad. We've seen more of the dragon, which has been in our opening hand. Not excited about what's currently happening. Okay, we can't fight it, but next turn we can cast the Witherbloom Pledge Mage, which will probably die. Can't fight that either. Do this now. Okay, let's hope that they don't kill it. 1 turn, no kill. Frost Trickster. Okay, I can live with a Frost Trickster because at least I can then fight things. I should wait till our end step, but I'm being sloppy. I wanted to see if there was like a counter of some sort. Let's not let them cast their stuff for cheap. And next turn we can play dragon. And we hope that they don't have an answer for it. They didn't have a counter spell there, like a negate, or a negate wouldn't work against us anyway. They only had 2 mana. They didn't hold open a 3rd. Okay, they held open all of their mana, so... And they have a stick. Oh, the stick could be the scry. So maybe we don't do it. What do you guys think? Let's play this and see what happens. Attack with this and see what happens. I'm gonna play the Blood Researcher. I'm not about to get too greedy. They have no... No black land, so I don't need to hold that. Something is getting bounced or thatted. So that deals 3 damage, unfortunately. If I had an instant, we could get out of this. Okay, they drew. So we played into the spell that they did have. That wouldn't have killed our dragon. But with them having so much open mana, a Heated Debate or a counter spell would have just like obliterated us. So this looks like, why did they not attack with the flyer, right? There's something here. I think it's going to be a pump spell. Okay. Now they need a couple. Now they need another answer. They didn't have one for the 5/5, but that doesn't mean they don't have one for the a 4/4, right? Heated Debate's pretty good. All right. Even a land is a good draw at this point now. Takes their whole turn, which feels fine. Let's not miss a trigger. This game feels pretty good. A Day of Judgment would suck. So I will... As long as I don't exile. Oh, good. Just draw more cards. There are 7 cards deeper in their deck. You know, I shouldn't do that. I don't know why I'm doing that. Just in case. Oh, we got a Blood Researcher in our opener hand? Oh my gosh, something must be weird. This can't be right. This can't be right. A second gifted sub. Wow, thank you. This is how we do it. This is the game that is really frustrating to people. I have been beaten by like turn 3, 4, 5 Blood Researcher, and it is a beating. Oh, that's really good. Okay, well, that needs to die. Oh, shoot. So they can gain 1 life and do the thing, right? So how can we fix this? We just attack here. Great. If they blocked, it's a 2-for-1, but they're not going to. Now the only thing that really... Might as well be mana efficient here. The only thing that really gets us now is a +1/+1 and hexproof. I don't know, it felt like there might have been... Oh, never mind. So this is great. +1/+1 and hexproof. That doesn't save their guy. Great. This worked out wonderfully. They could have blocked and eaten the Leech Fanatic for free, essentially. I would have had to do that. Can't be a Mana Tithe because they don't have planes, right? Mana Tithe costs 1 planes, I think. Blue, thank you so much. 2 more gifted subs? That's serious hype. Thank you, thank you. Guys, make sure you click the link. Did we do the shout out? If not, I'll fix it. Do I trade the Blood Researcher, or do I just throw this in, or... Yeah, this has Menace, so the other one will get in, will trade with their spell, that's okay. It trades with their spell, and this gets in. We still have it next turn. Lands are pretty good. That's sad. I actually am just going to attack with the pests. Let's see what happens. All right, no counters? No counters? Great. Appreciate you. I feel like they will take the Blood Researchers, the pest damage to prevent the Blood Researcher from triggering. And I was happy to sacrifice them because I know that this guy will get bigger and scarier, right? No need to risk the Blood Researcher, I suppose. I guess I could have also just played the Bookworm. But this is an awful lot of open mana, so I like seeing where this goes. They need answers. They can kill 2 pests, but we gain 2 pests a turn anyway, so does it matter? And now this is a threat next turn. I could pay 10 life and do a thing. and play a bookworm. That seems so greedy. I think it's probably a good idea, actually. It just feels really, really weird. I basically, when I read this and rated it, I just said it didn't have any other text. Having a bookworm here to attack would have been pretty good, though. We're at 30 life. Does it matter? All right, let's just go like this. They eat this, take this, that's 7, 8, 9 damage. A bounce spell would make me very, very sad. And then we would just lose our pests. I think if we're gonna do that, we might as well do this too. No bounce spells. Game would have been over if I wasn't just like a big fat chicken. A big fat chicken. If they... I can't imagine. They have to double block. I don't even know. Bounce spell? Did you find it? You did not. You just want to make as many things as possible happen. I'd like to give a special thank you to those of you who have signed up for our Patreon. I couldn't make this content without you. Also to Cool Stuff Inc. and KMC Sleeves for supporting the channel as well. Definitely check them out and use our discount codes to support the channel.